Hello everyone, it is me, Kiyoshi, and I am back to YouTube. Um, and I know first question that's probably going into your head, there's probably a couple questions that are popping into your head is, um, where have you been? And this is the same mumbo jumbo that I've tried the last time. Where have you been? Um, what happened? Uh, what happened to your hair? What happened to your beard? Everything. Um, and within due time, I will tell you all of that in this video. I will tell you where I've been, what I've done, what happened to my damn hair, um, all that stuff. So stick to it. So what happened was I got really, hmm, I got really bored of YouTube, right? So it's not just the fact that I got bored. Um, I think it's a mixture of between trying to reach to a higher structure in my YouTube like entrepreneurship, um, which doing YouTube for a while, for a little while, and not making it. I think what's holding me back is me. Well, I got something in my damn eye. Oh my god, what is that? Eyelash or something. But what I think has been holding me back is just the sheer fact of me trying to be on the top, right? Not so specifically at number one, but more or less like up in the higher bits, being like a popular YouTuber and an entrepreneur and making gaming videos. But what I never really understood was like, why am I not making it? You know, why don't people like my videos? And at the same time, I go back and I look at my old videos and I'm like, okay, maybe this is the reason as to why people don't like it as much or people don't view it as long. Um, and it's I think due to the fact of me not putting enough time into it, and I feel like I need to add my own special touch to it, like editing and stuff like that. Because when I would do my old videos and stuff like that, and it would be edited, um, it would be edited by an entirely different person that I would pay with my own money to edit my video. So originally the videos would be like maybe 30 minutes at the most. I think the longest one that I've done was like maybe 50, and they would have to trim it down to like 13 to 15 to even 20-minute videos. And you can actually go back and look in through my YouTube page of like all the videos that I've posted from before uh, editing and then to editing, and you can actually see um, where it all went. Like you can see how my unedited videos would be like 30 minutes long at the least, and then my edited videos would be like 13 minutes at the least, maybe even 12. Um, and even the editors can do as only as much as they can between like audio mixes and cutting different parts of the video out and stuff like that. And it's not the editor's fault, and I know that, but I feel as if maybe it like my YouTube videos deserve my own special touch to it, at least at first. So that way, like if I do in the future end up getting an editor, the editor knows what to actually start doing and stuff like that. Like start to see where my videos are and what kind of comedy or what the atmosphere is of my videos. So that way they can just kind of like get a touch of what's going on there, and that makes it a little easier for them to understand where my YouTube channel is going instead of me playing back my videos and being like, okay, I need to do that and I need to start focusing on that. So I think I'm gonna start doing that a little bit more. Um, but back to the topic of what happened to me. It's just like it bored me due to the fact that I know that there's multiple people, there's thousands, if not millions, of people who are literally doing the same exact thing that I'm doing, and it's just finding a video or finding a game off itch.io, or Game Jolt or anything like that, like these websites, downloading the game that's like the most popular, and then playing it, or the newest horror game or whatever, and playing it, recording my reaction, and rating it, stuff like that. And there's millions of people that do that stuff. I mean, I like doing that stuff. I really do. One, I like playing video games. I love playing video games. And two, it's just I like to see where people's minds go in inspiring themselves to play video games. Because I've tried, I've tried creating games, and God, it is a lot harder than you think. It's not like just placing blocks somewhere, or like just like thinking of it in your head and then thinking that you can just go on a computer and just make it happen. No, there's a lot of graphic detailing. There's a lot of coding, and you got to start like you got to understand what coding is and how to do it before you can actually do it. Because like to me at first it was like a bunch of ones and zeros. I never understood, and then I started getting into it, and then I was just like, nah, this is definitely not for me. This is someone with a bigger noggin than mine. So I stuck to just recording videos and just feeling like it's just like it's not gonna be there. Like I put all the work out, and it's just like it wouldn't get recognized at that moment, and I think that's very selfish of me. So I was like, you know what? Maybe what I need to start doing is I just need to take a little break, just a little one. And I know it's probably been like months now since I posted my last video. I'm like Corey Kenshin at this point, but all respects to him, and I'm happy that he's back. Thank God. Whoever knows Corey X Kenshin, drop it down there in the comments because I am so happy that he's back. Um, but yeah, just I feel I feel like I just need that. I don't know. It's very confusing because I'm still thinking of it to this point, like the whole editing part and stuff like that. Like I need to start doing that on my own. Um, but I think what I need to start doing is I need to start not thinking that it's going to get popular within a day. So that's probably the best thing. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much where I've been on the whole like what happened ordeal. Um, Now to the next question. Where have I been? Well, I've been at work trying to focus on that. And of course, everyone that knows anyone that works in retail or even their job in general, they always know that your job's always going to suck. Okay. I mean, there's some people out there that love their jobs and stuff like that, but I mean, don't get me wrong. I love my job. I love what I do, and I know what I do is very important to society and humanity in general. But it starts to become toxic. Um, and honestly, it doesn't become anyone's fault except for yours, due to the fact that you kind of let it go to you. Well, get to you. So where I was is just trying to um, focus between being at home and being at work. As you guys already know, uh, my God, it's been months now, but my best friend passed away, and it both closed and opened my eyes. It opened my eyes and shut out my mind, I should say, due to the fact that it's just like everything hit at once. Um, and then in November, I ended up losing my grandmother, which deeply hurt me. And if you guys know me, um, you know my girlfriend. Her name is Ashley. Beautiful woman. Love her to death. Will do anything for her. But she ended up telling like me and Ashley went to the hospital where my grandmother was. And this was the first time that my girlfriend ever got to meet Ashley, due to the fact that I was always trying to focus on work and trying to focus on doing something better for not just me, but for Ashley as well, the both of us. So that way we can start one day eventually making a family and stuff like that. So I said, you know what, maybe now's the time for Ashley to meet my grandmother. And so um, I brought her up to the hospital, and my grandmother got a good look at her, and she said, "Oh my God, you were just so beautiful." And I just felt the energy in the room. It was a good energy. Um, and so I was happy about that. And she looked at Ashley after they got done talking, like everyone stopped talking and stuff like that. And she looked at Ashley and she said, "You are a beautiful woman." And she says, "You got yourself a good man." And she looked at me and she said, "You're a good looking man." She says, "You have a beautiful woman." She says, she looks over at my girlfriend and she says, "You take care of him and you make sure that he's okay." And she looked over at me and she said the same thing to me. And during the moment, now that I'm thinking of it, during the moment when she passed, I really didn't feel a lot of sadness due to the fact that I felt like, this was about the time that she would go. And I learned to accept that. But now looking back at it, it's just really, really sad. Because in my mind at least, um, although I wasn't there all the time, I was still like one of her favorites. I ain't gonna say that I am the favorite, but I'm gonna say I'm one of her favorites due to the fact that I I broke through a lot of walls and I broke a lot of chains that a lot of people in my family really couldn't, and I overcome a lot of challenges that a lot of people put in my way. And I know that's very prideful of me because it makes me feel proud, and it sounds very selfish of me. But at the same time, I did that, and I feel accomplished by doing that. So anyways, not to get off topic, we ended up spending some more time with her talking about it, and so she gave Ashley and I the a mission. She said, "I will stay for 3 more years if you guys have a child, a baby, and get married in 3 years." She said, "You have 3 years to do that." And so, of course, me being me, I was like, "Okay, Grandma, go ahead." And 3 days later, she ended up passing away. But and I remember I was sitting in here in this room, and I was thinking about making a video and stuff like that, apologizing to you guys for my hiatus and stuff. And then, um, and of course, whenever I'm in the room in the gaming room, I have my phone on mute, especially when I'm about to start recording. And Ashley walks into my room and she says, "Hey, um, we gotta talk." And at that moment, I knew I was like, okay, something's wrong. And the only thing that can be wrong is my grandmother passing away. And she did break the news to me saying, "This morning at 10 o'clock, your grandma passed away." And I didn't feel sad. I felt comfort because in my heart, I felt as if she went to a better place. I knew and I know she went to a better place. Um, but now looking back at it, it's pretty sad. It's really sad, actually, because she was a wonderful woman. She loved everyone, and I will miss her a lot. Um, so yeah, I mean that's pretty much where I was dealing with a lot of stuff here, and I had to kind of put this on the back burner, if you know what I mean, by trying to focus on my priorities. I'm not saying that me trying to do my own thing on here isn't like one of the priorities, but at the same time, it's like I kind of dealt with a lot of family issues and trying to get stuff moving, try to get the gears going and stuff. Um, but yeah, so after my grandmother passed away, I was working, and I was like, you know what, this place like actually really sucks because of the toxicity in this place. So I was like, where could I go that could be a big game changer, you know? And then right there, like a light bulb, a really stupid, broken, bright light bulb. I was like, you should join the army. so, so what did I do? I ended up going to the recruitment center and signing a paper, being like, hey, I want to join the army, yada yada yada. And I was in the recruiting office for like 3 hours from 9 o'clock till like freaking 11:40, just like signing papers of like acceptance to looking at my medical records, acceptance to looking at my criminal background histories, if I even had one, not that I know of. I didn't do anything wrong, so just signing like signing papers, being like, okay, you can look at this, you can look at that, yada yada yada, stuff like that. So, uh, yeah, that's that. But a couple days ago, I went down again because I've taken multiple trips down to the recruitment office within the past month, and I was like, you know what, we're gonna go full send this, and so I take one of these tests, score a 35. You have to make a 31 to pass. Um, and they're like, that's good. You got some jobs here, jobs there, yada yada yada. But we're gonna have you come in again to do the PICAT test. Which, if you guys don't know what a PICAT test is, a PICAT is pretty much what they call a at-home ASVAB test. It's a test that you can do. It's kind of like the ASVAB test. Pretty much is the ASVAB test, but it's at your recruiter's office. Um, and you have to have a recruiter with you to take said PICAT test. Um, so it literally has like a list of different things that you have to test in on, like the four the four the four key things that you have to study and learn is word knowledge, paragraph comprehension, arithmetic, reasoning, and mathematic knowledge. Those are the four things that you need to know to pass. Like there's other ones like mechanical something, and then all the extracurricular stuff. But you can like literally score 0 on all the extracurricular stuff as long as you have those four key things. You're good. Um, and this story is gonna take a turn. I can tell you that because I'm like 18 minutes into this right now, and we are gonna dig in. So, as you can tell, that's where my hair went, and that's where my facial hair went. Because I've always thought about joining the military. At first it was the Marines, and then it was the Army. So, pretty much the Army is the one that I mainly like really fully sent through to, um, because this is like the farthest I've ever been. But so I go in there, I take the PICAT test, and I score. This is really embarrassing. You know what? Actually, I'm not even gonna tell you what I scored. And no, it's not a 0. And no, it's not in the single digits either. It's a double digit number. But let's just say I didn't score a 31. Yeah, not a 31. So, so he told me, you know what? Study up, because you're gonna take the ASVAB tomorrow. MEPS is tomorrow. We're gonna send you over to Pittsburgh. We're gonna get you going. I said, uh, uh, okay. But in the back of my head, I was like, this just isn't me. Like I respect the military. I love the military. I love hearing about war history and stuff like that. But it's just like, I don't know. I felt it's weird to even try and break it down because it's like at the time I really wanted to go, and then signing all that paperwork and stuff like that, and it's just like it just really drug me down. And I was like, I really, really don't want to be doing this for the rest of my life. It just doesn't. Yeah, I mean, you ain't doing it for the rest of your life, but it's just like I don't want to do this for a majority of my life. Be signed into a contract and not be able to get out of it. You know, um, you can call me a quitter. You can call me whatever you want. Um, but I had to text the staff sergeant and be like, "Hey, man, sorry to break it to you, but it's just like there ain't no way I'm going to be studying within a day. I'm just going to opt out of MEPS and just try and find my own path." Um, and I want to make this very, very, very clear. The staff sergeant, the two staff sergeants that were there in that recruiting office, were the most awesome dudes I've ever seen in my entire life. And no, I wasn't thinking of a word. It's just like no, they were highly optimistic in me, and they were very, very kind. They didn't make fun of me whenever I scored that score. They never made fun of me at all. They were really just straight up guys, nicest guys I've ever seen. Because usually whenever you think of like military dudes, some people think of like oh like asshole or something. But no, these guys were just regular guys. They had wives, they had children, stuff like that. They had their own lives to live, you know, and they had their duties and they had their roles to play. So I have no hatred towards the military. I have no hatred towards the staff sergeants or nothing because I know there's like a lot of people that go through like basic training or stuff and like opt out of that or they fail. Or they even get to where I was, didn't pass the MEPS exam, and just like whatever. Um, but no, yeah, like they were the most optimistic guys I've ever seen in my entire life. Because like in my mind, I was feeling like, okay, they're probably talking crap about me, and they might have. But to my face, though, they were very nice. They were gentlemen. They didn't sugarcoat stuff. There was probably some things that they sugarcoated, but that staff sergeant that I had more hopes in me than I've ever had in my entire life, and that means a lot. So, to anyone that's thinking about joining the military, whether it be Marines, Army, Navy, or Space Force, or Air Force, or whatever, I don't think you can actually be recruited into Space Force unless you're like part of the 4 or 5 branches in the military or whatever, if you want to count Coast Guard. Um, but they will always have your back, the recruiters, and be completely 100% honest with them too, um, because like and I think I might break that down in a later video about military stuff, because like I'm not fully I wasn't fully in the military, but I was in the recruiting part, and I've watched a lot of like a lot of veterans talk about their time in MEPS, and a lot of times with recruiters and stuff like that, and I can guarantee you for 100%, at least to my knowledge, be 100% honest with your recruiter if you're going in. Because whatever you say to your recruiter, you need to say to the doctor in MEPS. Because if what you say to your recruiter doesn't match up to what you say with your doctor, the doctor's going to be like, hey, so and so told me this. Why is it saying this on this paperwork? And then the recruiter and the freaking doctor is going to be like, okay, well, this is what he said. This is what he said this time. This is what he said this time, and it's going to take you longer to get into boot camp. So, um, even whenever I was going to go to MEPS, because I would have been going to MEPS today. This is the 16th. Um, but yeah, it's just it really sucks because I've always wanted to be in the army. But I mean, too bad. Womp womp. I didn't make the cut. But at the same time, that recruiter had all his hopes in me, and it was me. At the end of the day, it was me, and I accept that it was me who backed out of that. I'm not ashamed of it, and I have no hard feelings towards the recruiter or the army or nothing. Really good guys. That's what I gotta say about that. So uh, I went too deep, got my stuff cut, tried to be like, oh yeah, can't wait to be a soldier. That's gonna be badass. And then it's just like if I could scored that score, it's like it's like, well, that sucks. But no, yeah. So uh, that's where I was until now. So um, yeah, and now you know the reason as to why my hair is all gone and my facial hair is all gone. So I covered that. Um, yes, I will be coming back to YouTube as of right now. So I'll probably be posting a video. I'll probably be posting this tonight, or it would be like classified as morning, or maybe not, because I still gotta edit it and stuff like that. Because this is like 25 minutes long. So, damn. Um, but yeah. So I will be coming back to YouTube. I do have a lot of videos that I still need to kind of like edit through because um, I I know while I was gone, you guys might think that I was just staying at home eating some potato chips, watching some anime, or playing some video games, or watching the new what is that Squid Games, right? Watching the new Squid Games. No, actually, I was recording some videos. So yeah. And before this, I had a previous hairstyle that was short because I thought it was awesome. So yeah, you're probably gonna have a couple of those in there. So yeah, I was recording some videos before all this stuff here, and even before the recruiters and stuff. So yeah, I have a lot of editing to do, especially with this one. This is probably gonna be the first one, and then I'll probably release all the other videos that I had after. So yeah. I will be coming back to YouTube and I will be starting to make more content, new content, and stuff like that. So yeah, don't be scared, don't be sad, because I'm sad. I lost 10 subscribers, but that's okay because that's my fault. And I'm gonna put at Danny Sab because he confronted me personally. Because I told him, I was like, man, I just lost like 10 subscribers. And he's like, no shit, dude. You haven't been on YouTube for a while. It seemed like he was kind of mad at me, which I can understand that 100%. So yeah, I mean, he probably wasn't entirely mad, but I know he was a little flustered about it. So yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much about it. I'm gonna be coming back to YouTube. I told you everything that I could possibly tell you. So hopefully this video finds you well and you're not mad at me and you don't hate me because God, I hate myself. I've been so stressed out lately. It's just so unreal. It's just I don't know. I feel I feel old. I know you guys are like, man, you're like 22 years old. Shut the fuck up. It's just like, man, you don't know. You don't know. I've been racking my like 22 years old, and I've been racking my brain about uh, being a dad and getting a house instead of having this apartment and trying to find alternative careers and stuff like that, and just trying to chain it all together just to hold it down. It's just it's a lot harder than a lot of people expect. Especially whenever you're 18 and you're like, oh man, I can do this. This is easy. No, 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 it's not. It's not. So yeah, um, that's pretty much about it. So I hope you. And you know what? You know what? I might start a Twitch. I might. I might. You think I should? Think I should? I think I should. I definitely think I should. So, all right. That's pretty much all I'm gonna say for today. It's currently 11:38 at fucking night on the 16th. And happy 2025. Oh my god. Ain't we supposed to be fighting killer drones from Raul Menendez or whatever? You know? Sorry, I'm just okay, I'm just going off. I'm just going But yeah, so I'm not even gonna edit this. This is gonna be another one of those long ass videos. So we're gonna wait till it gets to 30 minutes and then I'm gonna end it. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, so I hope this message finds you guys well. I'm sorry for being away for so long, and I have been your host Kiyoshi, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe.